on board the luxurious SS Norway. We are surrounded by an awful lot of vessels of the more serious nature. Well, our Mike Leonard reports the servicemen who live on those ships just have to be wondering what life for us is all about on the Norway.
You really have to see it to believe it. So go ahead, all you Navy men. Feast your eyes. This is life at sea. Romantic, isn't it?
At first, I thought so, too.
Before it dawned on him, and him, and him, that this is not the Love Boat. It's the USS Antrim, a 200-man guided missile frigate.
We're a warship. We're designed to go in harm's way.
In other words, out of the way of a ship like the Norway. No need to go on and on about
the lifestyle on the ship, just like the rich and famous.
You get the picture. This is luxury at sea, the easy life with all the trimmings.
So that when I go snorkeling in St. Thomas tomorrow, my hair won't be hanging in my mask.
Oh, I love it. I have a dark mink and I'm tired of it.
Yeah, gets to be real monotonous.
That Navy routine of always being on alert.
This is a drill, this is a drill. General quarters, all hands, man your battle stations.
Man your scrapers and paintbrushes too. This work goes round the clock.
Sleep? About 4 hours a night.
At sea, they go about their sometimes dangerous jobs with little fanfare.
You're sort of out here in your own little world, your own little cosmos.
It gets a little lonely, and when all you see is that horizon, it just feels like you're a million miles away from everywhere.
What little free time is spent playing cards or watching movies, again and again.
Rocky IV, I think I've seen about 5 times so far right now.
Some listen to music and radar interference. Others think of home.
If I write, hopefully somebody will write back, that letters cheer you up.
They find a quiet place to read or to talk to another Navy ship miles away. Their language is Morse code. Their subject.
When you went to boot camp, where you're from, how old are you?
Sometimes they stare at the company of dolphins swimming close by or at luxury liners steaming off in the distance.
We passed one time. We were going through the Panama Canal down there, and we just boarded one all the way through the canal, and all these girls running around and tourists and stuff, and they're waving at you, and you're just going...
They can only imagine what it's like.
Yeah, kick back in the lawn chairs, drinking their drinks, playing shuffleboard, and I'm out here with my phones and binoculars.
Food for thought for those who wonder what's on the other menu.
Probably caviar, steaks, something like that.
Close.
What am I having for dinner today? Fresh red snapper.
And the Navy men?
They're probably having beans and bean soup.
Close.
Sometimes it's tasty and sometimes it's not.
These two ships, the Norway and the Antrim, are as different as their captains.
It has never crossed my mind that I would like to be there compared to being here.
I'd trade paychecks with him, but I wouldn't trade jobs.
He's a Navy man, after all, and this is his life, out of sight and out of mind, until today. Now that they do have an audience, though...
I'd like them to respect what we're doing, more than anything else. Just realize what we stand for and what we're here for.
Sunset looks just as pretty off the stern of a Navy ship as it does off the Norway. And Bryant, when you look at the ships, though, that's when you really can tell the difference. That's the Antrim, number 20 over there.
That's the one you spent some time on.
3 days. I'm a
some
sailor
good,
now.
With some good people.
Right.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much.
You're welcome.
We're going to come back in just a moment and check out ownership of the oil beneath the sea after a break. This is a special edition of Today on NBC. Good morning. For the fifth and final time, we welcome you aboard the SS Norway, our home away from home throughout this past week. Our cruise down the South Atlantic seaboard has taken us 1,263 miles this week, from the coast of North Carolina now to journey's end at the tip of the Florida Peninsula. We've lowered our last anchor in the harbor of Miami, busiest city of the Sunshine State. Once a haven for retirees, Miami's face is now getting younger every day. Its flavor is international. Its outlook is definitely upbeat today, Friday, May the 23rd, 1986.
From NBC News, this is Today, live from Miami, Florida, with Bryant Gumbel and Jane Pauley.
From the turning basin in the port of Miami, good morning and welcome to Today for a Friday morning, a getaway morning with very special significance for most of us because we truly are getting away at long last. We are greeting you from the starboard side of the SS Norway. We're in one of the many lifeboats here. We're at lifeboat station number 17. This is actually boat number 24. These kinds of things are used when people have to make a sudden departure from the ship. We're not going to need those, but we are leaving after this day, not before we have a close-up look at the city of Miami. Well, now we no longer have to tell John Palmer that we miss him. He has flown on down to Miami, and we would assume that he is enjoying the pleasures of the SS Norway. Mr. Palmer, where are you?
Good morning, Brian, Jane. I can now, I can see really how tough it's been for you guys all week long. Excuse me, I'm having breakfast here right at the moment. But I want to thank for all those nice folks, including yourselves and Willard and all, that voted for this.
That's right. Just remember it was a close vote. We'll talk a little more as the morning goes along. Let's turn serious for a moment and take a check of the news. Filling in for John Palmer back at the news desk is Bob Jameson in New York. Good morning, Bob.
Thanks, Bryant. Good morning.
It has been said that there are two ways to travel, first class and with children. Well, judging by the number of little sailors who are cruising with us on board the Norway, there is increasingly a number of parents who are going to try to do both. Who's enjoying themselves in this thing? Huh? What's the best thing to do on board the Norway? Eating's a lot of fun? Huh? A lot of cruise ships cater to families and have specially organized programs just for the under 12 set. On the SS Norway, it's called Troll Land. And the kids are kept so busy, many parents only see their children at mealtime. It's kind of like a floating day camp. There are morning exercises to greet the day, deck games for the afternoon, some storytelling, and even a video game room. For toddlers, babysitters are available, and there's always plenty of space for a quiet stroll around the deck. It's no secret. The trick to a successful family voyage is having enough things for the kids to do, right, guys? Right. Hey, what's the name of the guy who does weather on the Today program? Willard. It's Willard Scott. We'll go to Willard Scott.
Where is Willard?
I'm right here, Jason. Don't you know me, Jason? I'm your Uncle Willard. I'm the guy that gave you the bear. Oh, Jason.